Oh boy. Are we ready for this one? I don't know. Are we ready? I'm not sure we're ready. This is a big one. I can feel it. Let yourself be skinny. Part 2. Marino, Elegant Femme. I am the CEO of Elegant Femme. I support women in leading and living their beautiful soul-led life in a way that is unapologetically feminine. So if that's you, subscribe for more. We have our Femme Full List and our FDA to support you with an AM and PM process, support you in seeing where is the most opportunity for you to empower yourself as a woman. So all that info is here for you. All right, this is a video that I feel like has been a long time coming. And yet at the same time, it wasn't time until now. Do you know what I mean? So here's the deal. 12 years ago, I did a video called Let Yourself Be Skinny. We got to talk about this because at this point, 12 years later, as of now, there are over 500,000 views on this video, over 540,000 views, and 1,800 and something comments on this video. I really want to talk about this. My intention in this video is to take things deeper with the let yourself be skinny mentality, and also to address a couple of the misunderstandings and illusions that we can experience, especially as women, in this kind of conversation. A couple of things coming up for me. In some ways, I don't love the original title, Let Yourself Be Skinny, because it doesn't encompass the depth of the conversation. At the same time, I love the title, Let Yourself Be Skinny, because if it wasn't for that title, I don't think we'd have over 500,000 views in that video. The understanding the depth of a conversation is so important. And I really want to move apart, like I said, some of the illusions, and at the same time stand in the truth of the message of what is there. So my intention is that wherever you are on the journey of self-development, self-growth, remembering who you truly are, that this video really serves you. That whatever it is that it's meant to break open inside of you, to remember the value, the worth, the love that you are, that this video supports you inside of that. So let's talk about this. Let yourself be skinny. So if you watched the original video in its entirety, you know that underneath the surface of let yourself be skinny, the essence of this conversation is, can you let yourself be all of the expression that you are called to be without self-sabotaging, without getting stuck in, oh, this is good enough. Or if I allow myself the fullness of this, then someone's going to get upset. And I brought you through an exercise from the indie FemmeType. So the FemmeTypes are something that we teach inside of Elegant Femme. And again, if you want more information on that and where you are inside of your own FemmeTypes, go ahead and go to the Femme Design Assessment. We'll link that below so that you can support yourself in this awareness of aligning yourself in your wholeness. Doesn't mean that you're not whole. You already are whole. Aligning yourself in the awareness of your wholeness as a woman. That's what the FemmeTypes do. This is the essence of let yourself be skinny. Allowing yourself to be all of who you are. That being said, I want to pause for a minute and talk about the skinny part. I want to talk about the body image part. I want to talk about the opportunity to embody what it is that feels congruent to you from the physical perspective. And then we're going to go into what's behind that. I want to say something so true. And it's so funny because there's a piece of me that's like, oh, I don't want to disappoint anyone by saying this, and yet we all know it's true. It's true, but we get caught in this cycle and this illusion. So I'm going to say it. You ready for it? Being skinny is not going to make you happy. And when I talk about skinny, really skinny, what we're talking about, having the most aligned body for you. Okay, it can be a very controversial word. And again, I don't think I'd use it today in the same way, call the video the same, but again, I'm so glad I did. So having the most beautiful body for you, okay? That being said, having the perfect body is not going to make you happy. There, I said it. This is really important for us to honor and acknowledge, okay? Having the perfect body is not going to make you happy. Chasing the perfect body is not going to make you happy. Having all the money in the world is not going to make you happy. Having the perfect relationship is not going to make you happy. This is why we did a video called Let Yourself Be Happy. Happiness comes from the inside, truly, 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 right? It's not about chasing some sort of external idea or ideal. That being said, gifting ourselves the opportunity to embody whatever it is that feels like the fullest expression of us is a reflection and expression of our happiness. So let's break this down. So when I say having the body that you desire is not going to make you happy, does this mean that we say, okay, well, it doesn't matter then? Who cares? If it's not going to make me happy, why even care about it? Just going to let myself go. It doesn't even matter anyway. This chick is telling me it's not going to make me happy, so I don't care. I'm just not going to be concerned with my body at all. No, it's not what I'm saying. When we understand, when we know that anything external is not going to make us happy, anything external is not responsible for our happiness, when we choose, when we acknowledge, when we reside in, when we embody, when we claim that we are the only ones that can allow ourselves to be happy, something magical happens. The expression of that happiness has no limits. So from there, you stop self-sabotaging any physical expression, your body, money, the relationship, the experiences, the dreams. You stop limiting them because you're not holding them hostage as the source of your happiness. You're allowing them to be an expression or reflection of the happiness you already know is yours. This is really nuanced and really powerful, and it's so easy for us to get stuck in this. We chase the body thinking that's what's going to bring us happiness. And let's be really clear. In the first video, I wasn't saying chase the perfect body and be happy. I was saying, can you allow the body you desire to be the expression of what you're seeking without upper limiting, without self-sabotaging, without saying, oh my gosh, if I let my life get any better, if I let the expression of who I am come out fully, then someone is going to get triggered or upset, or I'm afraid to let myself be seen in my fullness, so I'm going to contract. Let's really feel this, because this is so potent, and I'm so grateful to the over 500,000 of you who have watched the video, and those of you that are actually looking at right here, right now with me, the essence of what it means to live this way. The embodiment of what it is we're talking about beyond the surface, because we are not our bodies. This physical expression is a vehicle, it's a tool, it's a communication opportunity for us to express the truth of who we are. But it's so easy to get so obsessed with it and to think that this is who we are, it's not who we are. I saw a lot of comments from women saying, I have an eating disorder. If I could just let myself be skinny, or I can't even consider letting myself be skinny because that is what started my eating disorder. This is not the conversation. Okay? If you are going through an eating disorder, if you have experienced that in the past, if you have felt that distance inside, the control, the emotion that your value is in controlling this aspect of your life, this is a different conversation. And in some ways, underneath, it's the same conversation. If that's your experience, if you've experienced that in the past or you're experiencing it now, I'm going to invite you to really hear me. I understand. I hear you. I've been in a space in my life in the past where I thought that just having the perfect this, if I could just control this, I would feel safe. I would feel protected. All of you listening, you are not your body. Your body is an expression. It's a tool of communication and of love. You are so much more. And can we allow the expression of our wholeness in every form in our lives, in our bodies, in our bank accounts, in our relationships? This is the real conversation of let yourself be skinny. It's let yourself live into the fullness of the life that you desire no matter what. Keeping in mind, in heart, in your awareness that these physical expressions are not who you are. They aren't who you are, and they aren't responsible for your happiness, and they aren't what makes you worthy. You are worthy because you are. You are whole because you are. The opportunity for happiness exists in the awareness of your loving. And from that space inside, you can choose to embody, to express, to claim anything you desire in the physical world. It's this beautiful dance of detaching that I have to have these things, or I have to look this way in order to feel worthy, bringing it back inside and saying, I'm worthy, I know I'm worthy. I know I'm whole. I know I'm the one, the only one that can allow myself to feel happy. And from that space of resonance, from that space of claiming inside, I then choose to express this truth in the physical world in these ways. This is what I choose to look like. This is how much money that I'd like to bring into my life and experience. These are the dreams that I'd like to experience. These are the relationships I'd love to have. But they are not who I am. My self-worth isn't dependent on having these things. The opportunity to experience and express in the external world is an opportunity for me to remember my truth. I've been really wanting to talk to you about this for a very, very, very long time. I love this conversation so much. It's a big one. It's a special one. It's one that's very, very near and dear to my heart. I, again, want to thank you. This is a big heartfelt thank you to all of you who have spent time watching the video and commenting on the video. The extreme of the comments, right? Those of you that loved it, those of you that hated it, those of you somewhere in between. I really want to acknowledge those of you who honored the journal exercises. There were so many of you that had so many breakthroughs and said to me, oh my gosh, I can't believe this video is finding me years later. This has completely changed my relationship with my body. This has completely changed my relationship with everything in my life. I'm recognizing where I was self-sabotaging, where I was stopping myself, where I was buying into the illusion that I wasn't enough, that it wasn't safe for me, that it wasn't okay for me to embody all of who I know I am. That's the real conversation. Welcome to Let Yourself Be Skinny Part 2. The real deal, the real conversation. I'm excited to see how many of you choose, whether it's 1 or 500,000 or somewhere in between, how many of you who choose to have the deeper conversation and to honor what this really means. Let me know in the comments how this serves you. And really, the essence of Let Yourself Be Skinny Part 2 is, can you let yourself be the beauty and love that you are in whatever way that calls you? I'm sending you so much love and gratitude.